I am here because I used to work at Food and Water Watch, where this was an issue that was near and dear to my heart. And I am a huge fan of Friends of Family Farmers, and every time they speak, they're representing a lot of people who stand behind them, who are family farmers, who are working the land, who are really committed to having a vibrant agricultural culture here in the state of Oregon. And I just wanted to emphasize a point that I think might be getting lost here, which is that these bills, 103 and 104, are to apply to really large dairies. So a lot of the folks who are testifying here are actually not going to be experiencing those additional regulations. I mean, people at Friends of Family Farmers and Food and Water Watch, we agree, right, that small dairies are overregulated in the state, right? This is not targeting those smaller and mid-sized dairies. This is really trying to get at the new dairies that are these large mega dairies that clearly, from what we've seen recently, there was a regulatory failure. So I really want to just emphasize that point. And, we have about, those 40% of small family farmers that are no longer operating that aren't able to stand here and talk about maybe why we need to have better regulation in the state. So I really just want to say that I strongly support particularly 103. It's time to take a pause and really reassess how we do dairy farming in the state to actually support family farms and the environment.
Thanks, Julia. Mr. Jones?
Hi, my name's Kevin Jones. I'm from Lane County. So how many of you get a day off of work? My question would be, how many of you have squeezed a teat in the last 24 hours?
I agree.
And I say that somewhat tongue-in-cheek because I milk a cow or two throughout the year for the last 20 years and choose to do so at this point, but will be also fine with going to a milking machine at some point as well. It does give me 20 plus years of experience with cows and with the soil and with the land. I'm a little floored being here, honestly. I had no idea how large the dairy industry had grown in this state. I'm totally out of touch with it. And to try to speak to that is kind of out of my domain on some level, because I really don't relate or compare to what's being addressed here. But I think what I might be able to offer to this room, and which I'm more called to, is that we've been given a 12-year time limit on coming into compliance with global climate issues, unless we're going to see absolutely catastrophic stuff, as if the wildfires aren't catastrophic enough. I know one person that lost their life due to a respiratory issue around the fire. So that, I didn't know them directly, but it was secondhand, and that surprised me. It certainly wasn't pleasant for me either. And that's each of us. What I just want to the way I see it, the way I understand the information is that's each of us and our businesses coming into the carbon footprint that one individual on this earth is allotted for that not to occur. And that's so far out of scope for almost every American. Save, I sometimes like to think that the homeless people in our community are some of the people that are closest to actually achieving their carbon footprint, unfortunate as it may be, or as unchosen as it may be. And so I would just ask people, this get big or get out thing has been experienced now for 50 years probably or more. I don't know how long it's been going on, but at least 50 years. And so where do you fall in it? And I just want to encourage everybody in this room to use creativity, use choice, and use responsibility to their best ability, and for any laws that are enacted to address it sounds like if the largest county we have
Kevin, if you could wrap up.
Okay, please. I will. Yeah. 70,000 cows were being milked on 9 dairies. That's approximately 9,000 per dairy. I think it would be safe to say that any dairies coming in over that could have some, extremely tight regulations put on them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Scott.
Yes. Good afternoon.